welcome. My name is Angelina and today I wanted to roast some outfits, so watch out fat phobes, the big girl has some opinions. So it seems a lot of you have been asking me to either roast Twice's I Can't Stop Me outfits or Aespa's Black Mamba outfits, and because Black Mamba outfits are a lot more interesting, though no offense to Twice, but maybe they should never touch plaid again, I thought it could be a fun video to do. You know, Twice definitely played it safe, but Aespa went from like either super elegant, beautiful, messy outfits to like just plain ugly, messy outfits, and honestly everything in between. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with friends you don't have. You can also consider joining my channel members by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button to get a cute Kevin emoji next to your name. Also, please note that companies have been really petty recently, and I'm not about that copyright life, so the editing of this video will admittedly be a little bit different, also because I'm using Final Cut Pro. iMovie who? We're moving up in the world. So let's get started with these atrocious SM concert outfits that feature the most random animal print. They might as well have just added giraffe print and like literally every other print. It would have given off the same vibe. Now the idea itself isn't inherently bad, right? I personally love cow print. I think it's not used enough within fashion. And we already know I'm not opposed to messy fashion, but this is just on a different level. Now Winter's outfit seems the most acceptable. But for the rest of them, not really sure what they were going for. Ning Ning is literally wearing a snakeskin apron. Giselle is wearing a snakeskin cape, and I don't know what the hell this is on Karina, but just like the shapes of everything really throw me off. And as well as the mixing of these patterns in particular, I feel don't create a very nice story. Like for Winter, again, I feel like they did it the best with her outfit, but for the rest of them, it's just like, it's a whole ass mess. Bitch, I'm a cow. I just think the idea behind these outfits are so cute, and I feel like they could have been executed in a much different way. Like, can you imagine really fresh white cow print outfits for their Black Mamba stage? Would have been kind of cool. And I do think the snake print in some ways does add a level of interest, but just, I don't know, the way it's used is definitely not my cup of tea. Now let's move on to these pink and white outfits. So I actually really love the stages that ended up being more along these lines. So they're still messy in the sense that there's a lot going on. There's a lot of sparkles, there's a lot of different textures going on, but they're a lot more elegant, and I feel like they really fit Black Mamba. Like, it's definitely these types of outfits that I really feel define the era as a whole. So it's not quite girl crush. I don't think they really experimented that much with girl crush, but it's more elegant while maintaining these fun aspects such as the busyness of it all. They definitely were not afraid to play with different textures. You know, we have the tool of Winter's skirt, the diamonds, the fringe, diamonds and fringe. And Ning Ning's outfit is actually my favorite, particularly her shorts. I've noticed this a little bit of a trend. We saw it in Lisa's shorts for How You Like That. We saw it in an Itsy Wannabe stage for Yuna's jeans, where there's this hanging diamond fringe elements that I think just cascade in such a beautiful way. I think these outfits do a good job at being more muted, you know, in terms of the color, while still being very extravagant with all of the textures and the diamonds. So I definitely really like this stage. And actually, let's talk about their debut stage. I think these outfits are absolutely gorgeous, and I think they do a really good job at kind of introducing this futuristic theme. Particularly the shapes of their skirts mixed with the materials that they used and the metallics, it all contributes to this feeling that we're in a different universe, which I think is totally in line with what they were going for. Especially Winter and Giselle, they have very interesting silver lines going through their dresses that end off in a very interesting material. There's also just a lot of shiny elements, which is very consistent throughout their stages. However, on that note, we absolutely have to roast these outfits that they wore at the SVS Song Festival. This is like a DIY job gone bad. It's busy in a way that just doesn't make the most sense to me. These look like DIY costumes, but not in like the best way. It feels like they just decided to put all the most random materials together, and the base materials are just so boring to the point where I feel like it doesn't even create an interesting dichotomy. It just feels like a boring outfit that they tried to make interesting, and it didn't really work. Like, they literally added sequins, diamonds, lace, silk, and there's like a lot to take in. So these are definitely not my favorite outfits by any means. While we're here, let's roast their red carpet outfits that were highly criticized at the KBS Festival Awards. What? This is again, I think a really great idea, but the execution was done a little bit poorly. So we know I'm a sucker for monochromatic, very loose-fitting styled clothing. So I love the idea of Giselle's outfit, the very, very loose blazer, but it almost seems too big on her to the point where it doesn't feel high fashion, but rather like they just didn't get her size. And admittedly, Winter's dress is interesting. We'll say it's interesting. Maybe they're just living in the future and we're not caught up yet. I just don't particularly love these shoes. Karina has fucking padlocks on her. She has locks on her dress. I don't get it. She's like she reminds me of a bridge or something. There's a bridge in Korea, I think, where you write your name and your partner's name on a padlock and then you lock it onto a bridge. It's a really faint memory, but I'm pretty sure I wrote a Taemin fanfic about it when I was 12. Digressing. And Ningning's outfit feels really minimalistic, but again, it just feels oversized to the point where it looks like it doesn't fit them unintentionally. And so I'm not the biggest fan of these outfits. Moving on to these highlighter outfits, that's kind of the only word I can think of to describe these. So I do like the shapes that are featured, particularly Karina and Ningning's pants. Again, I love looser shapes. I just find that despite how similar the colors are, they don't look the most cohesive. It just feels a little bit off. I'm not opposed to the colors, but I feel a little bit neutral about this outfit. But also tape. Don't think that got past me. Okay, now we get to move on to these Inkigayo outfits, which I think are kind of a breath of fresh air after this series of outfits we just witnessed. But I just think they're good examples of, again, really busy outfits, but done in a way that's just really nice. They don't quite go to that zimzalabim type area, but they're also not boring. And they're mixing different elements, such as Giselle's top. It feels a little bit more hardcore, and they mixed it with a lace skirt. And with that, we actually get to go to their only denim stage, which I know you're probably thinking Black Mamba is not a denim song. I would 100% agree. I don't know who signed off on this. This is one of those stages where I feel like they're kind of inspired by the early 2000s. So I like that type of styling. So I appreciate those elements, but just Giselle's outfit feels the most inspired in my opinion. And the shape of her skirt, I appreciate it. I feel like the nylons really come and save it to make it a little bit more interesting. Winter has the most interesting outfit in this stage. And then for whatever reason, I don't know why Karina and Ningning were placed into Ningning. I don't know why they put her in that type of top. It feels like the sleeves were just made in such a weird way. But overall, they definitely both look like they're on a completely different stage from the rest of them. But back to KBS. These were their stage outfits for KBS Song Festival. And they're obnoxious, not gonna lie. And yes, I do realize how ridiculous they look. But on that note, there's also feathers. I feel like if you're gonna do outfits like this, you should do them at an end of year award show. Now, I know people are going to say that I'm biased because I have been accused in the past of being a parrot in a meat suit using K-pop to spread bird propaganda. And though it is true that I believe birds exist, I'm officially denying those claims. So put that on record because they said we're doing birds this year. And I know it looks ridiculous, but I have to say, I'm not actually mad at it. They even have feathers on their shoes. Okay, yes, it's 100% ridiculous, but it's also very whimsical. So Ningning is obviously representing African grace. Winter is, of course, a gala cockatoo. Karina is a black palm cockatoo. Giselle is a kakapo. They're kind of green, but they have some brown too. There's not a lot of brown parrots that I can think of off the top of my head. But on that note of parrot fashion, let's talk about their SBS stage outfits. So again, this is the perfect time to do the most ridiculous things and no one can say anything because it's the end of the year. Well, I mean, we can all say, we're all saying something about it, but these are a little bit more in line with zimzalabim, but they just, I don't know. I kind of half like them. I like the audacity. Appreciate that a lot, but again, the execution just missed the mark a little bit. Giselle and Winter's outfits are a lot more muted, but I do appreciate Giselle's sequins top mixed with the crochet shorts. I feel like that was an interesting mix, but other than that, I'm not super into these outfits. Then we have these music bank outfits, and I 50% like them. I really liked the elegant styles that they used that were kind of elegant but slightly busy at the same time. However, I'm also a sucker for early 2000s inspired clothing, and that's definitely what the stage represents. Does it necessarily match Black Mamba? I don't think so, but I think it could have been a lot of fun to see more outfits similar to this. So Karina's outfit definitely has to be my favorite. I love this monochromatic look of using different types of purple materials, just mixed with this diamond bra that has hanging elements, and then of course those cute little belts. Winter's outfit as well was so much fun. I definitely love the fuzzy top, and then again the shape of those pants, but then it feels like they just didn't try for Giselle and Ning Ning. Like for Giselle, it's giving me cowboy vibes, like very strong pink cowboy vibes. Lastly, we have these super fun kind of spray paint like outfits with that white base and then kind of rainbow paint over them. And I know what you're thinking, there's tape on the Gucci. Yes, I'm fully aware of that. And that tape is also falling off. But I like them. I don't think they really fit Black Mamba. Like the early 2000s styles didn't really fit, but they're still fun to have. So yeah, that is basically all the outfits that we have to roast this era. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like me to get back to roasting outfits, please let me know. I just figured it was more of like a niche type of subject that not everyone really loved. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with friends you don't have. You could also subscribe to this channel and click that bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. There's also a join button next to the subscribe button that lets you join my channel members, and you can get a cute Kevin emoji next to your name, among other things. These are the lovely individuals who help support my channel on a monthly basis. Thank you so much for everything that you do. As for me, I'm gonna get going, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!